Close your eyes and allow yourself to arrive here, not just physically, but fully. Allow the world outside of you to become a little quieter as you take a slow breath in and gently let it go. Take another breath, a little deeper this time, and notice that there is nothing you need to accomplish in this moment. Nothing you need to solve, nothing you need to manifest, nothing you need to make happen. For these next few moments, you are simply allowing yourself to receive, and perhaps that is where abundance really begins. Not with striving, not with chasing, not with constantly looking toward the horizon for the moment when everything finally changes, but with becoming available to what is already here and to what is already finding its way toward you. Take another slow breath. Feel the surface beneath your body supporting you. Feel the air entering your lungs. Feel your heart quietly beating without requiring your attention, and begin to notice how much of life is already being given to you. The breath arrives, the ground holds you, your heart continues. Life moves toward you in thousands of ways that you rarely have to think about, and somewhere along the way, perhaps we learn to notice absence more easily than presence. We learn to notice what hasn't arrived yet, the amount of money we don't have yet, the opportunity that hasn't appeared, the goal we haven't reached, the number in the account that isn't quite where we want it to be. And without realizing it, we can spend so much of our lives standing in the middle of abundance while looking for evidence of scarcity. So today, we are changing the direction of our attention, not by pretending, not by denying reality, but by noticing another reality that has always existed alongside it, the reality of receiving. Think for a moment about something in your life today that once existed only as a desire, something you once wanted, something you once hoped for, something you once imagined having, experiencing, or becoming. And now it is simply part of your life. Perhaps you barely notice it anymore. Let yourself notice it now, and quietly, within yourself, say, "Thank you." Let those words mean something, not as a technique, not as a formula, just as recognition. Things you once desperately wanted that eventually became ordinary. Notice how much has already reached you. And as you notice, perhaps something begins to shift, because gratitude carries a very particular message. Every sincere thank you quietly says, "I have received." And that is why gratitude can become a kind of currency. Not because gratitude magically purchases something from the universe, not because you must be grateful enough to deserve abundance, but because gratitude moves your awareness from perpetual wanting into recognition. From "where is it?" to "something is already here." From "I never receive" to "I have been receiving all along." And when your relationship with receiving begins to change, your relationship with money can begin to change too. So now, gently bring money into your awareness. You don't have to feel anything particular about it. Simply notice what happens. For some people, the word money creates excitement. For others, tension. For others, longing, pressure, hope, fear, possibility. Whatever appears, allow it to be there. You don't have to fight it, just breathe. And instead of thinking about all the money you want to receive in the future, begin by remembering the money that has already moved through your life. Money has found you before. Perhaps through work, through a business, through a client, through a gift, through family, through a refund, through an unexpected payment, through something you sold, through something you created. Perhaps someone bought you lunch. Perhaps someone gave you something you otherwise would have purchased. Perhaps you received a discount. Perhaps an opportunity saved you money. Perhaps you found money you had forgotten about. There have been countless forms of financial receiving that you may never have classified as abundance, but they were. Money has already moved toward you. Resources have already moved toward you. Support has already moved toward you. For a moment, imagine every amount of money that has ever passed through your hands. Every coin, every note, every deposit, every payment, every gift, every transaction. Imagine all of it as one continuous river moving through your life. Some of it stayed for a while. Some of it moved onward quickly. Some paid for food. Some created memories. Some kept the lights on. Some supported people you love. Some purchased things that made life easier. Some allowed you to learn, to travel, to rest, to build, to create, to experience. Money has been participating in your life for a very long time, and perhaps instead of seeing money only as something you need to accumulate, you can begin to see it as something you are already in relationship with, something that moves, something that circulates, something that comes and goes and comes again, something you can learn to receive with greater openness, manage with greater consciousness, and allow yourself to hold in greater amounts. And so, quietly, say, "Thank you for every amount of money that has ever supported my life. Thank you for the money I remember receiving. Thank you for the money I have forgotten receiving. Thank you for every resource that arrived when I needed it. Thank you for every opportunity that created value in my life." And breathe. You don't need to force yourself to feel wealthy. You don't need to convince yourself that you have everything you want. Simply allow gratitude to show you that the story, "I never receive," has never been entirely true. You have received, you are receiving, and you can receive again. Now imagine a warm golden light beginning to form in the center of your chest. It doesn't need to be bright or dramatic, just a soft warmth, a quiet glow. And imagine that this light represents your capacity to receive. With every breath, it expands slightly, through your chest, across your shoulders, down your arms, through your abdomen, through your entire body. And as it expands, imagine releasing the need to reach outward for money, the need to chase, the need to ask constantly where it is, the need to monitor every moment for evidence that something is finally happening. For just a little while, stop reaching, become still, become open, become receptive. Imagine that life contains possibilities you cannot currently see, people who don't know you yet, opportunities that haven't formed yet, ideas you haven't thought yet, conversations that haven't happened, doors that haven't opened, money that hasn't yet begun its journey toward you. There are pathways your conscious mind could never calculate. You do not have to know every route through which abundance can arrive. Your responsibility is not to control every pathway. Your responsibility is to become available for possibility when it appears. And so imagine yourself saying to life, "I am available for more, not from desperation, not because what I have is meaningless, but because I am willing to expand. I am available to create more value. I am available to receive more value. I am available for ideas. I am available for opportunities. I am available for money. I am available for support. I am available for unexpected forms of abundance." And perhaps you can feel the difference between wanting and receiving. Wanting reaches, receiving opens. Wanting says, "When?" Receiving says, "I am available." Wanting says, "Where is it?" Receiving says, "I will recognize it when it arrives." And gratitude says, "I already know what receiving feels like." Take another breath. Now allow yourself to imagine a future version of your life. Not some impossible fantasy, not a life completely disconnected from who you are today, Simply imagine your life after your capacity to receive has expanded. Money comes more easily. There is more than there used to be. Your work, creativity, ideas, or contribution are being compensated in ways that feel good. You have learned to hold more. You have learned to manage more. You have learned to receive without immediately fearing that it will disappear. And what is most interesting is that receiving money no longer feels extraordinary. It feels familiar. Imagine looking at your account and seeing more than you once expected. Imagine a payment arriving. Imagine an opportunity appearing. Imagine being paid generously for something you do well. Imagine money arriving through a pathway you couldn't have predicted. And notice your response. Perhaps the old version of you would have been shocked. Perhaps the old version would immediately worry about losing it. Perhaps the old version would wonder whether this could ever happen again. But this version of you simply breathes, receives, and thinks, "Of course I can receive this. Thank you." Let yourself feel those words. "Of course I can receive this. Thank you." Not entitlement, not arrogance, not disbelief. Recognition. "Of course I can receive this. Thank you." Let your body become familiar with that response, because sometimes the challenge isn't wanting more money. Sometimes the challenge is becoming the person who can receive more without contracting around it, who can see a larger number and remain calm, who can receive an opportunity without immediately questioning their worthiness, who can be paid well without apologizing, who can have more without guilt, who can keep more without unconsciously finding a reason to get rid of it, who can experience financial expansion and allow it to become normal. So breathe into that possibility. It is safe for me to receive. It is safe for me to have. It is safe for me to hold. It is safe for me to grow. It is safe for me to be compensated for the value I create. It is safe for money to become easier. It is safe for abundance to become familiar. And perhaps you don't need to believe every word perfectly. You only need to allow the possibility, because possibility creates an opening, and through that opening, something new can enter. Now imagine the golden light around you becoming slightly brighter, and rather than imagining yourself chasing money, imagine yourself standing inside a vast network of circulation. Money moving between people, ideas becoming businesses, problems creating opportunities, creativity becoming value, value becoming exchange, exchange becoming income, income becoming investment, money supporting families, businesses, artists, teachers, creators, communities, dreams. Money moving constantly, and you are not outside of this circulation. You are already inside it. You have always been inside it. So instead of standing at the edge, asking whether there is enough for you, allow yourself to participate more fully. Create, contribute, receive, appreciate, circulate, receive again. This is the rhythm, and gratitude becomes the moment in that rhythm when you stop and acknowledge. Something has arrived. Thank you. When money arrives, thank you. When someone purchases from you, thank you. When someone recommends you, thank you. When an idea comes, thank you. When you receive an opportunity, thank you. When you find a coin, thank you. When you save money, thank you. When you pay for something that supports your life, thank you. When someone gives you something, thank you. When life makes something easier than expected, thank you. Not because saying thank you obligates life to reward you, but because every time you consciously recognize receiving, you interrupt the habit of overlooking abundance. And slowly, something changes. You begin seeing opportunities you previously ignored. You begin noticing resources you once dismissed. You begin recognizing value. You begin responding differently. And instead of moving through life asking only, "What am I missing?" you begin asking, "What am I already receiving?" And then, "What am I now available to receive?" Take a deep breath. Let your shoulders soften. Feel your hands. Feel your heart, and imagine opening your hands, palms upward. A simple physical gesture of receptivity. Nothing to grasp, nothing to force, just open, and quietly say within yourself, "I am grateful for what has already arrived. I'm grateful for what is here now, and I am open to what comes next. I welcome greater financial abundance into my life. I welcome opportunities I can recognize and act upon. I welcome ideas that create value. I welcome people who value what I offer. I welcome money through expected and unexpected pathways. I welcome the capacity to receive more, hold more, and use more wisely. I'm available for more, and I'm grateful now." Take one final slow breath, and before you return, remember this: gratitude is not something you practice so that life will finally decide you deserve abundance. Gratitude is the recognition that receiving has already begun. You have received before. You are receiving now. And there are forms of abundance still making their way into your life that you cannot yet see. So you don't need to chase them from fear. You don't need to demand evidence every day. You can create. You can participate. You can remain open. And when something arrives, you can receive it fully. No shrinking, no apology, no immediate fear. Just a quiet recognition. Of course I can receive this. Thank you. Take another breath and allow those words to become your new response to abundance. Of course I can receive this. Thank you. And when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. Carrying this receptivity with you, not waiting for abundance to begin, but noticing that you are already inside the flow of giving, receiving, and becoming. And from here, you allow yourself to receive more.